70 life lessons to learn once that will improve your life wisdom-wise way. Have you ever marveled at why some people seem to navigate life with ease while others seem perpetually lost? Picture standing on the brink of a vast canyon, overwhelmed by endless possibilities yet unsure of how to proceed. That's often how life feels, full of promise but equally daunting. But what if I told you that there are pivotal lessons that can act as guiding ropes, helping you traverse your life's canyon with assurance and purpose? Today, we're delving into these crucial insights. 16 revelations that could dramatically enhance your life. Get ready to explore these transformative lessons that can reshape how you live, think, and thrive. Lesson 1. Embrace uncertainty. Have you ever faced a situation where the future felt like a vast, uncharted territory? You're not alone. Life is full of uncertainty, those moments when stepping into the unknown feels daunting. I remember a time when I was on the verge of a major career shift. The prospect of leaving my stable job for something entirely new was terrifying. Every possible outcome seemed unpredictable, and the fear of failure loomed large. But here's the thing, uncertainty is not just a challenge. It's also a powerful opportunity for growth. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, looking out over an expanse that's both breathtaking and intimidating. That's what embracing uncertainty can feel like. It's the space where possibilities are endless and where real transformation happens. When I took that leap of faith into the unknown, I discovered new strengths and capabilities I didn't know I had. It wasn't always smooth sailing. There were bumps along the road and moments of doubt. However, each step I took into that uncertain terrain taught me something invaluable. I learned resilience, adaptability, and a deeper understanding of my own potential. Embracing uncertainty doesn't mean you have to ignore the risks or be reckless. It means accepting that you can't control every outcome but choosing to move forward. Despite that, it's about being open to new experiences, even when the path isn't clearly marked. By doing so, you allow yourself to explore new opportunities and discover facets of yourself you might never have known otherwise. So, the next time you find yourself at a crossroads, remember that uncertainty is not a barrier but a gateway. Embrace it, step forward with curiosity, and let it lead you to growth and new possibilities. Life is an adventure best lived with a sense of wonder and courage, even when the future is unclear. Lesson 2. Nurture your inner self. Ever felt like you're running on empty despite being constantly busy? I've been there, caught up in the rush of daily life, juggling responsibilities and pushing myself to the limit. It wasn't until I hit a wall of exhaustion that I realized I'd been neglecting one of my most crucial assets, my inner self. Nurturing your inner self is like tending to a garden. If you only focus on the visible flowers but ignore the roots, your garden won't thrive. Similarly, if you don't take care of your mental and emotional well-being, you'll find it hard to flourish in other areas of your life. I recall a period when I took on too many projects, thinking that more effort would lead to greater success. But instead of feeling accomplished, I felt overwhelmed and drained. It wasn't until I paused and made a conscious effort to prioritize self-care that things began to shift. I started setting aside time for activities that rejuvenated me. Whether it was a quiet walk in nature, reading a book, or simply meditating, nurturing your inner self involves more than just occasional breaks. It means making self-care a regular part of your routine. It's about recognizing when you need to recharge and taking proactive steps to do so. This might include developing healthy habits, such as proper sleep, balanced nutrition, and stress management techniques. It's also about being kind to yourself. Often we're our own harshest critics, pushing ourselves beyond reasonable limits. By practicing self-compassion, you allow yourself to rest and recharge without guilt. This self-awareness and kindness foster a more resilient and positive mindset. So, next time you're feeling stretched thin, remember that taking care of your inner self isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Prioritizing your well-being will not only improve your quality of life, but also enhance your ability to face challenges with greater strength and clarity. Your inner self is the foundation upon which everything else is built, so give it the attention and care it deserves. Lesson 3. Pursue passion, not perfection. Have you ever found yourself caught in the relentless chase for perfection, only to feel increasingly dissatisfied? It's a common trap. I remember working on a project with a relentless focus on getting every detail just right. I spent countless hours tweaking and refining, but no matter how much effort I put in, it never felt quite perfect. Instead of feeling fulfilled, I felt frustrated and exhausted. Here's the truth: perfection is often an unattainable illusion. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of flawless results, thinking that achieving perfection will lead to happiness or success. But more often than not, this quest leaves us feeling unfulfilled, because perfection is an endless moving target. On the other hand, pursuing passion is about finding joy and meaning in what you do, regardless of the outcome. It's about engaging with activities and projects that resonate deeply with you, rather than obsessing over flawless execution. I recall a time when I shifted my focus from striving for perfection to simply doing what I loved. I started to see a difference. My work became more enjoyable, and I was more productive and motivated. Pursuing passion means embracing the journey rather than fixating on the end result. It's about connecting with what excites you and allowing that enthusiasm to guide your efforts. It's okay if things aren't perfect. What matters is that you're engaged and enjoying the process. So, if you find yourself stuck in the cycle of striving for perfection, try to reconnect with your passions. Ask yourself what you truly love and what brings you joy. By focusing on these aspects, you'll find greater satisfaction and fulfillment in your endeavors. Passion fuels creativity and perseverance, turning challenges into exciting opportunities rather than obstacles. Embrace the imperfections and let your passion lead the way. Lesson 4. Learn to let go. Ever clung to a past mistake or grudge, feeling like it's dragging you down? I've been there, holding on to past failures and letting them cloud my present. I remember a time when I couldn't shake off the sting of a project. That didn't go as planned. I replayed it in my mind, letting regret and frustration weigh heavily on me. But here's the truth. Holding on to past mistakes is like carrying a backpack full of rocks. It slows you down and keeps you from moving forward. Learning to let go doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring what happened. It means acknowledging the past, learning from it, and then giving yourself permission to move on. When I finally made the decision to let go, it was liberating. I took the lessons from my failures and used them to grow, rather than letting them define me. This shift allowed me to embrace new opportunities and experiences with a fresh perspective. Letting go is an act of self-compassion. It's about recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and that these moments are opportunities for growth rather than permanent setbacks. It's like cleaning out a cluttered room. Once you clear out the old, you create space for something new and exciting. So, if you're struggling to let go, try to focus on what you can learn from your experiences, and then release the hold they have on you. It's a step towards a more positive and forward-looking future. Lesson 5. Cultivate gratitude. Think about the last time you took a moment to truly appreciate the simple things in your life. For me, it was savoring a quiet morning with a warm cup of coffee. Practicing gratitude isn't just about being polite. It's a fundamental shift in perspective that can transform your outlook. Gratitude is like a magnifying glass for the positive aspects of your life. When you focus on what you're thankful for, whether it's a supportive friend, a beautiful sunset, or a simple meal, you shift your attention from what's lacking to what's abundant. I remember a particularly challenging period when everything seemed to go wrong. Starting a gratitude journal, where I noted small things I appreciated each day, was a game changer. This practice helped me see the good amidst the chaos, enhancing my overall happiness and well-being. Gratitude doesn't just brighten your mood. It rewires your brain to focus on positivity. It's a powerful tool for creating joy and fostering a deeper appreciation for life's everyday moments. Make gratitude a habit. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Even small acts of acknowledgement can have a big impact. By regularly taking time to appreciate what you have, you cultivate a mindset that finds joy in the ordinary. So, start today, find something to be grateful for, no matter how small. You might be surprised at how much brighter your perspective can become. Lesson 6. Invest in relationships. Think about the people who have truly made a difference in your life. Maybe it's a friend who stood by you during tough times, or a mentor who guided you through a pivotal moment. Investing in relationships is like nurturing a garden. Just as plants need water and care to thrive, relationships need attention and effort to grow strong. I once realized I had been neglecting some of my closest friends. Busy with work and other commitments, I'd let these important connections slip. It wasn't until I took a step back and made a conscious effort to reconnect, through simple phone calls, shared meals, and meaningful conversations, that I saw the value in investing time and energy into these relationships. The result? Stronger bonds and a renewed sense of support and connection. Investing in relationships goes beyond just spending time together. It involves showing up when it matters, being a good listener and offering support when needed. It's about actively engaging with the people who matter to you and expressing appreciation for them. Sometimes the smallest gestures, a heartfelt message, a genuine compliment, or just being there can make the biggest impact. Relationships are a source of joy, comfort, and strength. They enrich our lives in ways that material possessions never can. By putting effort into building and maintaining these connections, you create a network of support and love that enhances your life and theirs. So, take the time to nurture your relationships. Reach out to friends you haven't spoken to in a while, make plans with loved ones, and show appreciation for the people who have been there for you. Investing in relationships is an investment in your own happiness and well-being. The returns, love, support, and meaningful connections are truly priceless. Lesson 7. Seek knowledge continuously. Have you ever felt stuck in a rut, unsure of how to break free? I've been there, feeling like I was going through the motions, lacking excitement or inspiration. It was during one of these stagnant periods that I discovered the power of continuous learning. Embracing new knowledge and experiences is like injecting fresh energy into your life. Imagine knowledge as a wellspring that keeps your mind active and curious. When you're constantly seeking new information, whether through books, courses, or even casual conversations, you're expanding your horizons and reigniting your passion. I remember taking a course on a subject completely unrelated to my work, something I thought would be a fun diversion. To my surprise, it sparked new ideas and renewed my enthusiasm for my main projects. Lifelong learning isn't just about adding new credentials to your resume. It's about keeping your mind engaged and adaptable. The world is constantly evolving, and staying updated with new information and skills keeps you relevant and innovative. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, attending a workshop, or simply reading a book outside your usual interests, each bit of new knowledge adds depth and variety to your life. Seek out opportunities to learn and grow. Challenge yourself to explore areas you're unfamiliar with, and don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Every new experience offers valuable lessons and perspectives that can enrich your personal and professional life. So, if you're feeling stuck or uninspired, try immersing yourself in something new. Let curiosity guide you and see where it takes you. Embracing continuous learning not only makes life more interesting, but also ensures you're always evolving and prepared for whatever comes next. Dive into the vast ocean of knowledge and watch how it revitalizes your journey. Lesson 8. Embrace failure as a teacher. Failure can feel like a punch to the gut, leaving you deflated and disheartened. I remember a time when a major project I poured my heart into didn't pan out as I had hoped. The sting of disappointment was sharp, and for a while it felt like a personal defeat. But through that experience, I learned a crucial lesson. Failure isn't the end. It's a powerful teacher. Think of failure as a red flag pointing you toward areas for growth. It's easy to view failure as a setback, but it's more productive to see it as an opportunity for learning and improvement. When you experience a failure, take a step back and analyze what went wrong. What lessons can you extract from it? For me, reflecting on the project's shortcomings revealed gaps in my planning and execution that I could address. Embracing failure means acknowledging that it's an inevitable part of the journey towards success. It's not about avoiding failure, but learning from it and using those lessons to propel yourself forward. Each failure offers insights that can refine your strategies, strengthen your resolve, and enhance your skills. It's through these experiences that we often uncover our greatest strengths and discover new paths to success. Resilience is key. Rather than letting failure deter you, let it fuel your determination to improve. Understand that everyone experiences setbacks. It's how you respond to them that shapes your growth. By shifting your perspective and seeing failure as a stepping stone rather than an obstacle, you transform it into a valuable asset. So, the next time you face a failure, don't let it defeat you. Embrace it as a chance to learn, adapt, and become better. Failure is a part of the process, not a reflection of your worth. Use it as a tool for growth and let it guide you towards your next success. Lesson 9. Live in the present moment. Have you ever found yourself so caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future that you missed out on the joys of today? I've been there, constantly thinking ahead or dwelling on what's already happened, and it made me realize how much I was missing out on the present. Living in the present moment is about fully engaging with what's happening right now, rather than being distracted by what was or what might be. I remember a time when I was so focused on achieving my long-term goals that I hardly noticed the simple pleasures around me. It was like running a marathon without ever appreciating the scenery along the way. When I started practicing mindfulness, I noticed a profound shift. Simple activities became more meaningful. Eating a meal wasn't just about nourishment. It became a moment to savor flavors and appreciate the experience. Conversations weren't just exchanges of words. They were opportunities to connect and truly listen. Mindfulness isn't about ignoring responsibilities or forgetting about future plans. It's about finding a balance. By being present, you're more aware of your surroundings and experiences, which enhances your relationships and overall well-being. It's like hitting pause on the constant chatter of the mind and tuning into the here and now. Start small. Dedicate a few minutes each day to mindfulness exercises, like deep breathing or simply paying attention to your senses. Gradually, these practices can become part of your daily routine, enriching your life and helping you experience each moment more vividly. So, if you find yourself racing through life, try to pause and appreciate the present. Embrace the beauty of ordinary moments, and you'll discover a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy in the journey. Living in the present isn't just about enjoying the moment. It's about fully experiencing the richness of life as it unfolds. Lesson 10. Practice self-compassion. Self-compassion might sound like a buzzword, but it's a fundamental practice that can profoundly affect your well-being. Imagine you're facing a tough day, struggling with mistakes or feeling down on yourself. It's easy to be your own harshest critic, but practicing self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend in a similar situation. I remember a period when I was juggling multiple responsibilities and constantly felt I wasn't doing enough. Every misstep or shortcoming felt like a personal failure, and my inner critic was relentless. But when I began to practice self-compassion, everything changed. Instead of berating myself, I started to speak to myself with empathy and encouragement. I acknowledged my struggles without judgment and reminded myself that it's okay to be imperfect. Self-compassion involves recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and faces challenges. It's about accepting your flaws and treating yourself with kindness, rather than harsh self-criticism. It's not about excusing poor behavior, but about being gentle with yourself during difficult times. For example, if you're having a hard time meeting a goal, instead of beating yourself up, acknowledge your efforts and give yourself credit for trying. To practice self-compassion, start by paying attention to your self-talk. When you catch yourself being overly critical, pause and reframe your thoughts with kindness. It can also help to write yourself a letter of encouragement or practice mindfulness exercises that focus on self-acceptance. Self-compassion isn't a sign of weakness. It's a powerful tool for building resilience and maintaining mental well-being. By treating yourself with the same compassion you'd offer to others, you create a more supportive and nurturing inner environment. So the next time you're facing a challenge or feeling down, remember to be gentle with yourself, embrace your imperfections, and recognize that you're deserving of kindness and understanding. Lesson 11. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries might seem like a luxury, but it's actually a crucial aspect of maintaining your mental and emotional well-being. Think of boundaries as the fences you build around your personal space, helping to protect your time, energy, and peace of mind. Without them, you might find yourself overwhelmed, stressed, or stretched too thin. I once had a job that demanded more and more of my time, and I struggled to keep up with the constant requests and expectations. I felt guilty saying no, even when it meant sacrificing my own needs. It wasn't until I started setting clear boundaries that things began to change. I learned to communicate my limits, whether it was about work hours or personal time, and to assertively protect my space. Setting boundaries involves understanding your limits and communicating them effectively. It's about recognizing what you can handle and what's too much. For example, if you need uninterrupted time to focus, let others know when you're available and when you're not. Or if you're feeling overwhelmed by social commitments, it's okay to say no or reschedule. Boundaries aren't about building walls, but about creating a healthy balance between your needs and the demands of others. They help you manage stress and prevent burnout by ensuring that you're not constantly overextending yourself. It's also about respecting your own time and needs, which in turn teaches others to do the same. Start by identifying areas where you need to set boundaries and practice, communicating them clearly and assertively. It might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to putting yourself first, but it's essential for your overall well-being. So, if you're feeling stretched too thin, take a moment to reflect on your boundaries. Setting them isn't about being rigid or unkind. It's about creating a sustainable and respectful environment for yourself. Embrace the practice of setting boundaries as a way to safeguard your time, energy, and happiness. Lesson 12. Practice resilience. Resilience is often described as the ability to bounce back from adversity, but it's more than just recovering from tough times. It's about growing through them. Picture resilience as the inner strength that helps you navigate life's challenges, adapt to change, and come out stronger on the other side. I remember a period when I was facing multiple setbacks, personal issues, work troubles, and a general sense of being overwhelmed. It felt like I was fighting an uphill battle. During that time, I learned that resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties, but about how you handle them. It's about maintaining a positive outlook, seeking support when needed, and focusing on small, manageable steps to move forward. Building resilience involves developing coping strategies and a flexible mindset. Instead of seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles, try to view them as opportunities for growth. Reflect on what you can learn from the experience and how it can help you improve. For instance, when I faced a major project failure, it forced me to reassess my approach and develop new skills that ultimately led to future successes. Practicing resilience also means taking care of your mental and emotional health. Engage in self-care practices that help you stay grounded and focused, such as mindfulness, exercise, or talking to a trusted friend. Resilience isn't about being unbreakable. It's about having the capacity to recover and adapt. Start by identifying areas where you faced difficulties and reflect on how you responded. What strategies helped you cope? What can you improve? By actively building resilience, you prepare yourself to handle future challenges more effectively. Embrace resilience as a vital skill for navigating life's ups and downs. It helps you not only survive, but thrive through adversity. By fostering resilience, you become more adaptable, confident, and prepared to tackle whatever comes your way. Lesson 30. Be generous. Generosity is often associated with grand gestures, but it's equally about the small, everyday acts of kindness. Imagine a time when someone's generosity made a real difference in your life. A friend who listened when you needed to talk, or a stranger who lent a hand when you were struggling. These acts, no matter how small, can have a profound impact. I once had a colleague who went out of their way to help me with a challenging project. Their support wasn't just practical, it made me feel valued and less alone. Generosity is about more than giving material things. It's about sharing your time, your skills, and your compassion with others. It's about creating connections and fostering a sense of community. Being generous doesn't have to be a grand, costly endeavor. It could be as simple as offering a listening ear to a friend in need, volunteering your time for a cause you care about, or giving a thoughtful compliment. These small acts of kindness can create a ripple effect, spreading positivity and goodwill. Generosity also enriches your own life. When you give without expecting anything in return, you cultivate a sense of fulfillment and connection. It reinforces the idea that we are all part of a larger community, and our actions have the power to uplift others. So, make generosity a part of your daily routine. Look for opportunities to help, share, and connect. Whether it's offering a smile to a stranger or lending a hand to a friend, these acts of kindness can make a big difference. Embrace generosity not just as an action, but as a mindset that enhances your life and the lives of those around you. Lesson 14. Take responsibility for your actions. Taking responsibility for your actions is a powerful step toward personal growth and integrity. It's about owning your choices, whether they lead to success or failure, and being accountable for your role in any outcome. I remember a time when a project I was leading didn't go as planned. Initially, I wanted to blame external factors like a lack of resources or team issues. However, when I took a step back and honestly assessed my contributions, I realized that I had a part to play in the project's shortcomings. Facing this reality was uncomfortable, but it was also liberating. Taking responsibility means acknowledging your role in any situation and using that insight to improve. It's not about self-blame, but about understanding your impact and making changes where necessary. For instance, if a team project fails, instead of shifting blame, reflect on what you could have done differently and apply those lessons to future endeavors. Embracing responsibility also builds trust and credibility with others. When you openly acknowledge your mistakes and learn from them, you demonstrate maturity and reliability. It shows that you're committed to growth and are willing to make amends where needed. So, the next time you face a challenge or a setback, take a moment to reflect on your role. Embrace the opportunity to learn and grow from the experience. Taking responsibility empowers you to create positive change and develop a stronger sense of personal integrity. Lesson 15. Follow your instincts. Following your instincts is about trusting that inner voice that guides you, even when it doesn't align with conventional logic or external expectations. Think of your instincts as a compass that points you towards what feels right for you. Based on your experiences, values, and desires, I once faced a crucial career decision where my gut told me to pursue a path that felt more aligned with my passions. Despite this, I was swayed by practical advice and chose a more conventional route. Over time, I realized that ignoring my instincts left me feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from my true self. It was only when I listened to my inner guidance and made a change that I found greater satisfaction and purpose. Instincts are not just random feelings. They are often rooted in deep self-knowledge and experience. They can offer valuable insights into what is truly right for you even if it seems risky or unconventional. To follow your instincts effectively, take time to reflect on your inner voice and what it's telling you about your choices. It's important to distinguish between genuine instincts and impulsive reactions. Instincts are typically grounded in a deeper understanding of yourself and your goals. By tuning into your instincts and making decisions that align with them, you're more likely to create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. So, when faced with important decisions, don't dismiss that gut feeling. Take a moment to listen, reflect, and act in accordance with what feels right for you. Trusting your instincts can lead you to more meaningful and satisfying experiences. Lesson 16, embrace authenticity. Embracing authenticity means being true to yourself, regardless of external pressures or expectations. Imagine trying to fit into a mold that doesn't quite suit you. It can feel restrictive and inauthentic. Embracing your true self, on the other hand, is about living in a way that aligns with your genuine values, passions, and personality. I recall a period when I tried to conform to what I thought others expected of me, only to feel unfulfilled and disconnected. It wasn't until I started embracing my authentic self, pursuing interests that truly mattered to me and making choices aligned with my values, that I felt a renewed sense of purpose and joy. Being authentic involves self-awareness and courage. It's about understanding your true values and desires, and having the bravery to live according to them, even if it means going against the grain. Authenticity isn't about perfection. It's about being real and honest with yourself and others. Start by reflecting on what truly matters to you and what you enjoy. Let go of the fear of judgment and allow yourself to make choices based on your genuine desires and interests. Embracing authenticity can deepen your connections with others and enhance your overall well-being.